This is a 60-minute yin yoga to be easy on yourself. Hi, I'm Melissa. This is Yoga with Melissa, real yoga for real people. We're here in Metchosin on Vancouver Island. And I just want to start by thanking all of our members and donators for making it possible for us to produce this weekly Yoga with Melissa that's made available to all of you around the world. Thank you so much for allowing us to produce high quality yoga videos for the last 10 years. So this week, you're going to need a bolster, a strap, and a blanket for today's class. You're going to start by resting back on your backs. For some centering, they're going to be 5-minute holds in this class. So let your body be soft and gentle and open as you rest back on the earth and sink into the support of the earth. Allow your belly to be soft and let your breath be easy. Can even imagine your diaphragm moving like a jellyfish. And feel the muscles and tissues and organs of your body soften and sink into the support of the earth and of your skeletal structure. So in this class, we're going to lean on the principles of yin to be easy with ourselves, to sink into the principles of finding the appropriate edge, to be still, to soften, and to stay for a while as a way to remember to be easy with ourselves right now. Okay, so for your first yin posture, you're going to need your strap. And if you have any knee issues, you're going to keep your knees bent. Okay, so you're going to put the strap around your right foot and you're going to lie down and take your right leg into the air. We're going to be here for 5 minutes. So in this pose, you're going to find an appropriate edge. You want to feel sensation on the back of your leg. If you have low back issues, you're going to keep your left leg bent. If not, you could lengthen out your left leg. It's up to you. See what feels better in your body, what feels like you're going to be able to go easy with yourself. So we're working with the urinary bladder meridian here that runs along the back of your body. This meridian allows us to be easy with ourselves, to be flexible with ourselves. The bladder itself, it can expand to receive a lot of liquid, and then it lets all that liquid go. So it's a very, kind of free and easy. It expands and contracts as needed. And also because this meridian runs along the back of your spine, it also works with your central nervous system, so it's very calming, I find, whenever I work this meridian. So in terms of finding that appropriate edge, you want to be non-aggressive. Being sensitive to the subtle body. So when we practice yin yoga, we're affecting the subtle body. So let your breath guide you. Your breath should be gentle and easy. Too much aggression in a yin pose makes it difficult for the chi to get down into the meridians, stops the flow of chi. Okay, so you're going to release this leg down. And just pause here and feel the difference between the two sides of the body, and feel the difference between the energy flow on both sides of the body. Even the right and left side of the spine. Okay, let's go ahead and hook up the left foot this time. Place the strap around the ball of your foot and draw your left leg in until you feel sensation along the back of your leg. You want to feel sensation, but you don't want it to be sensational. And then I'll start that timer for 5 minutes. You'll be in the pose for 5 minutes. Let's continue to be easy in this yin class. Be easy with ourselves by focusing on finding that appropriate edge on this side as well. So the experience of practicing yin yoga might be described as moving with grace, gratitude, recognizing what is, acceptance, curiosity, and effort. Instead of being critical and hard on ourselves, we're curious in how we can engage in moments, and there's that effort of exploration. This approach of grace is a much sweeter place to be than that of ambition and striving, of straining to impress and desperately seeking to improve. And that's from Norman Blair's book on yin yoga called Brightening Our Inner Skies. Norman Blair says of Edge, this practice is not so much in that arena of accomplishments and achievings, where frequently there are performance anxieties. We are placing ourselves in the arena of attention and awareness, where there can be more affectionate and accepting feelings. Sometimes someone might say, I can't feel anything. This is a sign of how addicted we can be to strong sensations in our searching for stimulation. We can miss the vastness of this interior landscape. All the time that we are alive, this body is buzzing and pulsating and throbbing and vibrating with shifting sensations. There are many waves, many currents, many tides, and this is a fact of life. Okay, so you're going to release this side down and feel the flow of chi. Okay, our next pose is going to work the gallbladder meridian along the side of the body so that we can plan to be easy with ourselves. So you're going to just take your feet over to the left side of your mat and side bend over to the left side of your mat. You can stay here as long as you're feeling sensation on the side body, or you can take your arms overhead. You can bend your elbows, hold on to your elbows, or you can take your arms straight. So whatever feels best in your body today. And the second principle is to be still. So that means not to fidget, not to fix or change the pose, not to deepen the pose, but to stay. If there's something that's sharp and shooting and painful, then you can back off. And if the pose naturally sinks and deepens more, then you soften into it more deeply. But otherwise, you're just going to be still. And being still is one way that we can be easy with ourselves. Okay, so you're going to slowly release this pose from the side. And feel the flow of chi along your side of your body. Okay, and then from here you're going to take your feet over to the right side of your mat. You're going to side bend your body over to the right. You can either have your hands down by the right side of your body, or if you'd like a little bit more, you can take your arms overhead. Hold on to your elbows, or take your hands all the way overhead. Hold on to your wrists. So choose the edge that's appropriate for you. You're going to be in this pose for 5 minutes. Remember, you're choosing an edge that you can be still with, because we're being still, that allows you to be easy. And we're talking about being easy not just in our physical body, but also that allows us to be easy in our minds, that allows us to be easy emotionally, allows us to be easy in our energetic body, and spiritually as well. So on all levels. And also allows us to be still on all levels as well. Okay, so go ahead and release this pose from your body. Come back to the center. Feel the flow of chi in your body. Okay, from here we're going to bend your knees, roll to your side. You're going to make your way up to seated. In seated, we're going to come back to the urinary bladder meridian. And you're going to sit up on a folded blanket. Extend your right leg out in front of you. And you're going to fold forward over your right leg. You can take your bolster here and you can have it in front of you so you can lean on it or lean forward on it. You're going to be in this pose for 5 minutes. And our next principle here is to soften, to melt. So you can think about melting, releasing, yielding, easing, surrendering, sinking, and allowing in this pose. Okay, so slowly find your way out of this pose, and we'll go ahead and we'll rest back and just allow the chi to flow through for a few minutes. Or a few minutes, a few breaths. And then roll to your side and come up to seated again. And sit up on your folded blanket. Lengthen out through your opposite leg till your left leg is long this time. And we're going to be in this pose for 5 minutes again. Folding forward over your left leg this time. And again, our principle on this side, in order to be easy with ourselves, is to soften. And I often think about softening through my joints, ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, jaw, eyebrows, between my eyebrows, wrists, elbows. So be soft and know that it's good to smile. Okay, so slowly come upright because you've been in this pose for 5 minutes. Breathe. And then we'll rest back and just feel the flow of chi. You can put your blanket off to the side now. You may use it again in the next pose. And then you can take your arms out to the side in a soft T. Press into your feet. Lift your hips over to the side and then lower your legs over to the side. It can be nice to put your knees on the blanket. And you'll be in a reclined twist. So the last principle of yin that we're focusing on in this class is to stay for a while. Time is more important than intensity in yin because it coaxes the chi deeper into the body and the organs, and it has a profound healing effect. So allow yourself to breathe and turn inward as we pause and hold here. And let time do all the work. Okay, and then you're going to come back center, push your feet into the ground, untuck your hips. If you like having that little extra lift for your legs, it's nice if your shoulders are tight. You can just take the blanket over to the other side. Press into your feet again, lift your hips, take the knees over to the other side. And we'll be here again for 5 minutes on this side. So when we hold our poses for 5 minutes and we stay in our poses for a while, it helps us to develop surrender and a willingness to be with discomfort. It helps us to respond skillfully to difficult circumstances. And it teaches us that we don't need to feel comfort and ease all the time. So instead of contracting around difficulty, we learn 5 minutes at a time how to invite space and how to breathe easily. So in these poses, we ask ourselves, can I arrive in my body in this moment and be curious with kindness, without judgment about what I'm experiencing in my body? And take a deep breath and come back to the center. Untuck your hips and allow yourself to come into your final resting position. You may want to put a bolster underneath your knees. You can bring your hands on your belly, whatever is going to be most comfortable. And come into your final Shavasana. You can rest back here. I'm going to sit up and read you a poem. This is a poem by one of my favorite Canadian poets, Clea Roberts. She's from the Northwest Territories, I believe. It's called Sunset, Little Atlin. It's a very short poem. The light has chosen a path across the water. The heart is tight, pulls to the horizon like an easy fish on a line. Verse 2. Look, every shadow has a color. Stay and rest in the thin shawl of dusk. So I'll read that again. Verse 1. The light has chosen a path across the water. The heart is tight, pulls to the horizon like an easy fish on a line. Verse 2. Look, every shadow has a color. Stay and rest in the thin shawl of dusk. So gradually allow your breath to deepen. Wiggle your fingers and toes and start to stretch out. Bend your knees. Roll to your side. And start to make your way up to seated. You're going to gather the fruits of your practice first into yourself, and then we'll offer them out into the world. So that you take that easiness into you and then offer that easiness out to everybody else. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to the happiness and freedom for all. So give yourself a thumbs up for finishing this class. Put I am easy in the comments. And if you would like more classes like this, more yin classes, then subscribe. And there's a yin playlist. I believe there are 50 yin classes now on this channel. And share this class with anybody that you think would like this class. And also, we have a COVID-19 survival playlist that's fantastic here on this YouTube channel. And on my website, I have an extended version of that. On YouTube, you can't put playlists and playlists. So you can only put single classes. So on my website, melissawest.com, I have playlists on there. And also, I found another resource for you the other day that I thought would be good for those of you who are staying at home right now. If you go to melissawest.com/staycation, it's some fun things to do while you're at home. I made that a couple of years ago, but I thought it'd be good for you right now too. Lots of classes and self-care and spa things and smoothies and fun things that you can do at home right now. So I'm sending you much love from beautiful British Columbia. May your joy be as deep as our ocean. May you be strong as our mountains. And may you be as rooted as the old growth trees in our forest. Shanti Namaste.